Hi guys, thank you for stopping by to share with Julie today. I hope you're having a fantabulous day today, guys. I really hope you are. Day, night, wherever you're watching this, I hope it's been fantabulous for you. In this video, I wanted to touch on gout. I was asked about gout and I've been meaning to do a video on gout, so here I am now touching on it. And I'm just going to chat a little bit about gout and tell you, share with you some lifestyle choices that could help, and also some herbs that could assist in dealing with this. So gout is a form of arthritis, and usually, and that's why you find that it's usually anti-arthritic or anti-inflammatory herbs that are usually prescribed in terms of herbs. But yes, so it is basically inflammation of the joints as a result of uric acid. And let me tell you, people who have gout, life can be very discomforting for them, and some people who have gout have reported to experience very excruciating pain and just general discomfort, swelling of the joints. And where gout is concerned, it is usually first manifested at the feet. That's where people would normally see gout at first. See the at the toe area there, where they will see it. So that area will be swollen and look mal-shaped, and that's where people will normally see start manifesting first. But of course, it can go on to affect the joints at the knees, the joints here at the elbow, the wrist joints, the finger joints. All your joints can be affected. It's just that in most cases it usually starts at the feet. And the cause for gout is clear that it is as a result of uric acid. And uric acid comes about where one eats food that contains what is called purine, which is a substance that is present in protein primarily, both animal protein and yes, plant protein. But the difference is that when this breaks down into uric acid, and everything that we eat, it ends up in the blood. So when this is released into the blood, what happens is that the kidneys normally would remove this, because the kidney filters the waste. It would remove it via the urine, and normally, yeah, things will be fine. But the issue is that a high protein diet also damages the kidneys, and there is research that has been done that indicates this. And even the World Health Organization has come out and say that red meat is dangerous for one's health, because it impairs the kidneys, and it has been linked to cancer. And anything that impairs the kidney, if the kidneys are impaired, it cannot remove the uric acid. It cannot remove it from the body if it is impaired. It cannot remove it in its totality. It may remove some, but if the kidneys are only functioning as a percentage of its normal functioning, it will only remove so much. And the thing about it is that many people continue to eat these foods that lead to the making of the uric acid. And these are the high protein food. It is primarily linked to red meats, especially pork, poultry, and by poultry, you know, I mean the chicken, the game, the turkey, all of those, the fish, shellfish. So all of these flesh foods, these are the major contributors to the uric acid that is released in, that is generated in the body and released into the blood. These foods are the primary cause. And so that is something I just wanted you to just be aware of if you're dealing with gout, that these are the primary causes. There could be other causes, but these are the primary causes in majority of the cases. Then you have what is called pseudogout, and this is where one develop like gout as a result of the calcium deposits in the joints. And whereas with gout that usually start at the feet, with pseudogout it could be like basically anywhere. You know, the problem could begin to manifest itself. But this is the, whereas with the gout, it's clearly as a result of the uric acid. This is mainly as a result of, for example, the calcium phosphate that one takes into the body, usually via supplements. And this is why, and some people, I don't know why, it's like they're not really making the link, because a lot of women beyond the menopausal stage is where, because generally where it concerns gout, it affects both male and female, but it affects male at a larger percentage than it affects female. However, in the postmenopausal state, even more women tend to develop gout or gout-like symptoms. And it seems like the link is not being made that a lot of these women have also been prescribed these calcium supplements. They have been prescribed a lot of these calcium supplements, and it's mainly because, of course, women tend to suffer from osteoporosis at a higher rate, and especially when they get into that post you know, menopausal, when they get into that menopausal state and the postmenopausal state, you know, sometimes that's, you know, being all scared and so forth, it kicks in, and there's this worry that one may begin to lose bone mass and all of these kind of things. And it is known that women are, you know, more affected. And so what you find is that a lot of times they're prescribed these calcium supplements, which is supposed to be strengthening the bones. But that's not what it does, because it cannot assimilate with the body. You know, organic calcium is water soluble. That is how it is absorbed into the very cells. These, they cannot be absorbed into the body. And so what you find is that when we take all of these, you know, these kind of supplements, you know, it creates a problem, because they deposit at the joints. They deposit at the joints and create which creates an inflammatory response in the body, because it's like, what is this doing here? This has no business here. The body is, you know, it's just responding to the deposition of these things. Because it's like, if you have dust in the place, you will notice that the dust tend to accumulate at the corners more. The corners are like the joints. You know, all the stray bits will find themselves there too. And where it concerns these, you know, the calcium and, you know, similar deposits, is these things that we are taking in. But anyway, strain a little bit, but still on the same topic. So yeah, so one has to be careful. And the thing about it, some people, I know some of you want the research because some people don't want to give up the meat, but there is the research that does that does show this, that the red meat, there's one research I was checking out that was talking about the fact that the red meat primarily, in that research that was done, it clearly showed that the red meat was responsible for the development of